take a look at a different product. So you want to render this, you want to do it nice and quick, you don't know all the details of rendering, so how do we get to this? So just on the Tools menu, Keyshot Render, click that button, and it will start up the interface that is Keyshot. We haven't integrated this inside the same window as Solid Edge, because for those of you who've used Keyshot, you know it's a nice productive interface, we didn't want to mess with that, we wanted to keep those separate. But we obviously do want to bring across geometry, we want to bring across appearances. Animations would be nice as well. We can do that. We'll take a look at that a little bit later on. But this is going to bring all the materials across into the Keyshot window. And then you can play around to your heart's content with making any modifications that you wish. So on the left-hand side, materials, we'll take a look at this first. Tons of materials in here, so different metals, different plastics, soft touch. If you're thirsty, there's beer and coffee, and whatever you want. And these are just starting points as well. If you want to adjust these, again, heart's content, you make some changes, keep dragging and dropping them onto your model and see how they look. There's also a favourites area, so if you've got maybe brand colours that you commonly want to play around with on different components, let's try this whole thing in blue instead. Again, just a nice drag and drop and it quickly updates. Notice the window is what we call a progressive renderer, so it's constantly rendering to give you at least the quality that you're going to get when you click the final render button. So you get a really good idea of what that render is going to be live. What about environments? What about the background? So you'll see some 360-degree panoramic images. You can use these to scope down your model. Or there's these sort of funny-looking things, like why have these got white blobs all over them? Well, in a photographer's studio, those umbrellas where you have lights shining in them to give you different soft light effects, that's exactly what these are. They're not so much background images, even though it is using an image. This provides the lighting as well. We call them high dynamic range images, gives you all of that great information and realism for your product. You can also use your own product images. Maybe if you want to put these on some face towels, put the razor there, we can pop that on. We can adjust it around, rotate it around, move it into the right position, so you can put it into a product setting. Sort of looks like it's floating a bit there, Mark. Can we adjust it a little bit? Is there any little tools that we can use? Ground plane? Yeah, that's cool. So there's extra detail in Keyshot as well that you can play around with here. What we're going to use is a ground plane just to clip off the bottom. Towels are obviously soft, so we want to make it look like it's sitting in the towels. So this is what the clipping plane does. We can just clip it off just subtly, just to add that realism. I warn you, this is really addictive. You just, I'll just do this. Maybe perspective. I can just change perspective a little bit. There's a little slider at the top there. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, cool. Yeah, looking good. So yeah, you can just spend hours on this, but it's awesome. It's awesome. If we want to go back to Solid Edge, maybe we need to make some design changes. So this is really important. How do we link with that Keyshot window? If we needed to change this geometry, that razor foil, so the geometry is going to change in shape with the cutouts, the appearance is going to change with this. And we want that to update in Keyshot. We don't want anything else to update because we've been playing around with it. So one button, update into Keyshot, just updates that for you. It's a real nice workflow for us here.